Hey YouTube, it's me Nikki Z, and I am here to do a tutorial featuring a gold and green eyeshadow look. I had a lot of fun with this one, so I really wanted to share it with you guys. And I'm trying to get my lighting just right so you guys can see a little bit better as to what I am doing. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Now, the palettes I'll be using for this are the Urban Decay Vice 2, as well as the Urban Decay Electric palette. I will be using a single eyeshadow, two single eyeshadows from Eyes Face, or e.l.f. as well. One will be in, it's the mineral eyeshadow in Golden, which is beautiful, and that's what I use to get this like foil gold. And I'll also be using the shade, I do believe it's Elegant. Yes, Elegant. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into this as usual. Now the first thing I'm going to do, guys, as always, as soon as I can find my eye primer, I'm going to be priming my eyelid. So, I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of primer on my finger, rub that around my eye. Like so. And I'm going to go ahead and take some of the Eyes Face Makeup Lock and Seal. I've already pre-poured a little amount into a little cap for myself. And I'll be using the shade Golden by e.l.f. to get a really pretty metallic gold shade. So I'm going to go ahead and take a brush, dip it into my mixing medium here, which is the Makeup Lock and Seal. Then I'm going to dip it right into that golden shade. As you can see, when it's wet, it turns into this like molten metallic gold shade. It is so pretty, and I really, really like foils. So, hence why I'm a little excited about this. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this to my entire eyelid, like so, all the way up to my crease. And yeah, guys, that is like metallic metal liquid gold. It is so beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure I've coated even in my lines. And I'm going to let that dry for a second. Now what I'm going to do next is take the Urban Decay Electric palette. Now in this palette I will be using the eyeshadow shade in Freak right here. What I'm going to do with Freak is apply it in the mid part of my eyelid to the outer part. And I'm not going to blend, I'm just going to dab it right on top of that gold. Like so. I'm going to go ahead and wipe the brush off a little bit and just kind of pat where the gold and green meet. I will not be traditionally blending it like back and forth in a windshield wiper motion. I'm just going to pat it. Alright, now what I'm going to do is take the smaller end of a brush, or just if you have a fine precision brush, I'm going to go ahead and take that and dip that into that Makeup Lock and Seal real fast, and back into that gold shade that we just used. Once I have some on my brush, I'm going to go ahead and start from the inner corner of my eyelid and just dab right underneath my lash line. as an eyeliner. I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit more gold and make sure I connect my upper lid to the inner corner of my eye, as well as connect like so. Now I'm going to go ahead and take that same brush. I'm going to wipe it off unless you have another small precision brush. I'm going to dip it into that Freak shade, the green, from the Urban Decay electric palette, and I'm going to go ahead and connect this side of my eye like so, and connect the eyeliner to that gold. Now, since I'm not actually like blending in the windshield wiper motion, I'm just going to wipe my brush off a little bit and just pat where the gold and green meet. Like so. Alright, now what I'm going to do next is I'm actually going to take the Urban Decay Vice 2 palette, and I will be using the shade Damaged, which is a dark green shade. So I'm going to go ahead and use just an eyeshadow C brush or the flat end of my brush that came with my electric palette. I'm going to lightly dab it into Damage. Lightly. And then I'm going to go ahead and outline where I'd applied the gold and the green on my eyelid. So it's going to be right above my crease. And I'm just going to build up some color. Now when I get closer to making a curve, I will be using the smaller side of that green, or sorry, the smaller side of that brush so that I have another small precision brush. I'm going to go ahead and bring it closer to the inner corner of my eye. Like so. Now what I'm going to do is take that same green shade, Damaged, from the Urban Decay Vice 2 palette, and I'm going to go right underneath, kind of outline again, just a little bit of the outer corner. So that the green shade actually kind of cups a little bit of the bright green shade. So right now, you should have a look like this. Now what we're going to do next is we are actually going to take the e.l.f. Mineral Eyeshadow, and it's going to be in the shade Elegant, or another light shimmery shade, and I will be applying this to my highlight. So now I'm going to look for a little brush to do that with. Now we want a sharp, bright green color, so do not worry about blending. Just go ahead and dab it underneath your brow area. And just kind of outline the green. Now, of course, whenever you start to, line up where the green is, go a little bit softer with the shade Elegant and just kind of blend it out a bit so that it kind of fades, like so. Now what we're going to do is take a black liner. I'll be using my Too Faced Perfect Black Eyeliner on my waterline. Like so. And that's really going to make like the green and the gold just pop. So that was my goal there. Now what I'm going to do next is take a liquid eyeliner, and of course, you can use any of these products. If you have a similar shade, you do not have to use exactly what I'm using. I'm going to be using a liquid eyeliner. This is by e.l.f. It is the Precision Eyeliner, Precision Liquid, and I love it. It's really, really nice. I am not very good when it comes to lining with a liquid liner. But for some reason, I'm okay with this one. So, it makes me feel a little bit better using it. Now you can create a wing if you want. I did not, because I have a very thick green line. So I wanted to have some actual color in between the black liner and Elegant, the highlight shade. So I opted out of winging it. However, if that's something that you would like to do, totally rock it. So far, that's the look. What I'm going to do next, of course, is use some mascara, kind of help them pop a little bit more. Now the mascara I'm using is the e.l.f. Mineral Infused Mascara. It is my all-time favorite mascara ever. I'm sure you've heard me rave about it quite a bit. what I'm going to do next is I'm going to just apply a blush. Now for the blush that I used today, I actually used a blush by Sleek Cosmetics in Pomegranate, and it is so pigmented. I'm not going to use much for my other cheek. I had to actually wipe quite a bit of it off. So if you do have this, or you do use this, or a similar shade, just to give you an idea, it's kind of a really pretty dark rose shade. Go very lightly. Like so. It's pretty pigmented. Now what I'm going to do next is just put some lip gloss on, because I like lip gloss, and it's going to help tie in this pretty bright green gold fun look. Now the lip gloss I'm using is by e.l.f. It's from the Essential line. It's in Champagne. It's the Lip Plumper Gloss and Plumper, whatever. This has a little bit of gold sparkle. So that way I am doing my best to keep it real and have a little bit of shimmer. So this is the finished look. I cannot speak tonight, so I do apologize. Just green, gold, so you have like a dark green, neon green, gold, black liner, very highlighty shade, but like below the eyebrows, pinkish rosy cheeks, and yeah, shiny lip gloss. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you guys have any questions or comments, or of course if you liked it, totally thumbs up the video. That'd be awesome. You guys can check out more about these products at my blog. That will be at allaboutyoureyes-lipsface.blogspot.com. It's mostly about e.l.f., I'll be honest. When I first started it, I still am crazy over e.l.f. products. I love it just as much as I have like 12, 13 Urban Decay palettes. That's great, but I also own almost every single item from e.l.f. So high-end, low-end, I really don't care. If I can save money, that's awesome, but as long as the product works for me, that's pretty much what I care about. So yeah, if you guys want to see me swatches on stuff and or reviews and more tutorials, come by my blog. Of course, always enter my giveaways. They're lots of fun. I like to give stuff away. It just, you know, I like it. It makes me feel nice. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful evening.